Jake Claver gives the impression that he is able to predict when XRP will reach its peak. I also have a ton of additional footage. I thought it might be entertaining to create a movie using the clips that individuals have sent me in response to their inquiries over the past several days. Let's get started now. The first one is this one. Zachary was acquired. Hey, legend, are you familiar with XRP? He asks. Additionally, you are unable to inform us of the anticipated schedule? That is not what I will do. I appreciate the Zach nice conversation. I'm hoping so. All right, there it is. He seems to know something but is unable to share it with us, perhaps due to an NDA. He owns this clip as well. Reserves of XRP are rapidly depleting. You need to understand how the upcoming supply shock will operate before the market wakes up. Leaders have been talking a lot about XRP leaving exchanges in recent days. Now, the 50.100 sum isn't so absurd. You are the greatest. I appreciate that. I still have some people who don't trust me. The Mano idea is not always accepted by them. They want to know what would happen if that or this didn't occur. You see, I won't continue. Just to be clear, the domino idea did not originate with Jake Claver. It existed before Jake Claver sort of took over, but he made the XRP story match by using the domino concept. I wanted to make sure you were aware of it. You've discussed it numerous times already, this week, this month, this year, and this year. Okay, if it wasn't sure, for example, there's a reason why after 18 months, my prediction of what would happen hasn't altered. You may do whatever you want that, but I'm still confident in the outcome. And that has been repeatedly demonstrated over the past year and a half. Everything I've been discussing has gradually come to pass. You can then position yourself appropriately since you should feel certain that the rest of it will hold up. Jake states without a doubt that will occur. He is aware of what he must know. He's disassembling it. He also has the potential digital solutions for the U.S. debt crisis. Let's investigate that. You have debts and items that need to be paid off. If your debt is this large, you must increase your assets to equal your debt. Imagine supposing the U.S. government held a significant amount of XRP, what would occur? That has never had a checkout. David Sachs said as follows, the public is unaware of the government's stance on cryptocurrency. We can only be certain that they possess the Bitcoin that they may have sold at this time. Let's see. That's a fantastic method. They've been there since January, David Sachs. That's absurd. Even though November is almost here, we still don't know how much cryptocurrency the government owns. Is it strange to anyone else that they haven't been successful in reaching the public with that message? All I really want to know is whether it matters. I take it that 10 months have passed. It has nearly been a year. What is it that we are unaware of? The fact that they don't even need to alter the number this time baffles me. Many people believe they don't have to do that and that they will revalue this. They can make use of the market's mechanism. They are skilled at activating triggers. What they require, the price of XRP will rise to thousands of dollars as a result of this series of events. David Shores quickly asserts that nobody has the authority to alter the value of any currency, including XRP. Correct. That isn't feasible. All right. Things like market forces, demand, and what Jake is discussing here can cause it to occur. However, nobody has the authority to declare something to be true. That isn't feasible. A worldwide gathering, including the leaders of all nations, would be necessary. Gather everyone and say, for this reason, laws must be made. How you would manage that is beyond me. Currently, it is prohibited for anyone to enter and establish a pricing. Additionally, it would increase from 2 to 50 to 2,000 or 700 times their money if they had enough on their books worth thousands of dollars. If they possessed enough of that asset, it should be sufficient to pay off the majority of the loan. That would be how it would operate if failed to repay it. All they have is enough money to pay off their bills, following that they can use as collateral to repay the loan. They can then give the money to another person. At Digital Wealth Partners, we operate in this manner, correct? You might serve as your own bank. The government is a bank unto itself. Since the dollar serves as the global reserve currency, every crisis that the U.S. government has faced thus far has been resolved through printing money. How will they feel about the opposite side of this change? They know that. Therefore, if he anticipated such, you may initiate a business such as BlackRock and a few others to ensure that you remain the global leader during this shift. You would accomplish this by disintermediating or interrupting yourself and strategically arranging it to maintain your competitive advantage over other nations worldwide. I'll play this video that I recently received. You're not just making another investment when you use XRP, you're creating a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for family wealth. People don't believe me, which is odd. On the one hand, I am aware of the noises. I'll have to try to solve it by casting it. Say sorry, please. Possess another item. The value of this product and how much it will increase in value over the next 5 to 10 years are difficult for people to comprehend. I will never have another opportunity in my lifetime to earn this much money in such a short period of time. Sure, you could earn that much money that quickly, but I doubt you could do anything wrong. As in, I've witnessed others do it, either narcotics or some dubious activities such as investing money were involved. You've witnessed others accomplish it, cling on to it, and earn a ton of money doing nothing. I have no doubt that this network and this asset will generate unprecedented profits. I don't believe it will occur again. I will never be able to say that again. I will say for sure as long as I live. When people say once in a lifetime, they mean this. That's all there is to it for this generational agreement. I concur with Jake. Once every generation, once every other generation, or once in a lifetime. I wholeheartedly concur. Jake shared this as well. The United States and Japan will once again work together, the White House recently stated. The mark is this. I'm now curious as to if this is related to Ripple and XRP. I wanted to know that, of course. On October 28, 2025, the United States and Japan, known as the New Golden Age, strategic framework that seeks to enhance U.S.-Japan economic growth and security. It attests to the two nations' increased commitment to collaborating on crucial topics like trade rare earths, cutting-edge technology, and economic security. In a joint statement issued in 2025, it expands on earlier agreements. Enhancing economic and scientific ties between the United States and Japan is the primary objective of this agreement. Both U.S. President Donald Trump and Japan's new Prime Minister, Sein Takeuchi, signed it. Trade and business are also included in the scope, as well as a strategy for collaboration between the U.S. and Japan on critical technology and resources. This fund's actual objective is to attract 550 billion yen in Japanese investments from us, and along with government summaries and a White House news release, there exist formal documents regarding XRP and Ripple. Ripple and XRP are not specifically mentioned in any of the major literature. I just want to mention that Diana must, of course, now include her counsel on XRP liquidity. Why selling XRP at its peak price might not be possible. Someone emailed me this, Jake Claver, and I think it's different. The CEO of Digital Ascension Group, Jake Claver, recently made some significant announcements that all XRP owners should be aware of, and per news that everyone should be aware of. This could prevent you from suffering a significant loss if the market rises. The majority of users still believe that they should sell XRP for 10 to get their money when it moons. Simple, isn't it? Not at all. There aren't enough buyers to fulfill all the orders when many people attempt to sell at once. The same cost. We call this thin liquidity. When you hit sell, your order can fill at 850 rather than 10. We refer to this as slippage. Indeed, it has a potential to swiftly cost you a lot of money. It's similar to how everyone attempts to leave through the same tiny entrance when the fire alarm goes out at a show, but some people are stuck. That's what parabolic rises is all about. The door isn't liquid enough to accommodate everyone's want to depart at once. For this reason, it's even more crucial that small traders use standard exchanges like Coinbase or Kraken, but big organizations like enterprises, hedge funds, and banks don't. Over-the-counter OTC trades are transactions in which people trade with one another outside of exchanges. There will soon be even more XRP liquidity moving from exchanges to commercial payment systems following Ripple's $1 billion acquisition of G Treasury. That is beneficial for real-world XRP use.